sitting? Are we standing?
I go back like a skier.
Stick the landing.
What are you sticking the landing with?
The
Lips.
girl.
I come from like hundreds of feet back like that.
Listen, I'm going for a new personal record, okay? And I want that distance.
I'm going for the gold. I represent my country.
It's nice. It's for America, JR.
America! That's what it's for. Welcome to Comedy Sandbox. Deep pause there.
Hello.
I am here with my very funny friends.
Christian Leddick.
Stephen J. Rowe.
And me,
JR.
J.R. Timothy. I'm here with myself.
Sorry, I didn't bring a J with me, you jerks.
There it is.
What's your...
There's you, Jay.
There's the J.
Christian, you jerks.
Leddick.
Christian, you jerks, Leddick. Yeah.
It works.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on things throughout the show. If you think Christian should never be allowed on here, say that. And I'll kick him right off.
That's fair.
If you want to see more of Steven, is it Steve or Steven?
I actually go by both. I don't care. You can call me either one.
If you want to see more of S, comment and say stuff like
J.
that. More of J. Today, we're doing more stand-up stuff. Before we dive further into that, so tell us, like, just to get the ball rolling of the riffing BS that we do here. Who are the funniest people you know? Could be in Utah, but you have to personally know them. Can't be like, man, Zach Galifianakis is funny.
There's this guy, Dave Chappelle.
Oh my gosh, I know him. I know him.
Is he French?
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Do you want to answer?
Oh, sure.
Anyone can answer. I'm just trying to fill that.
Obviously, I think we all dabble with the comedy, so we know quite a few comedians.
We all dance with the devil of stand-up.
But outside of that, I've got a few friends. Like one of my brother's friends who's been friends with, his name is Curtis, who is just absolutely one of the funniest people I know. He's just really charming and kind of gets whatever he wants wherever he goes, and he just always has a goofy smile on his face. Like anything he says, I'll laugh at. I don't know why.
Like what? What does he get places?
Okay, so they're all big BYU football fans, so they'll travel to games sometimes.
Okay.
Like a few years ago, they went to UCLA, and he can just get down on the field. He always gets pictures with the other...
Wait, he gets down on the field?
Gets down on the field, gets pictures with the other team's cheerleaders, just like can pull anyone in to anything, and it's
down on the field. Yeah, all right.
just funny. And, they've had a few crazy things happen to them that, like... I mean, obviously, I can't tell the story. I couldn't do it justice, but there's a river rafting incident with him and my brother that I should just bring him on the show, and he can tell you that.
All right, let's call him. Hey, let's just put him on speakerphone.
Bird.
Listen, Steve doesn't know how to tell jokes, so we need you to tell this story.
No, it's not even jokes. It is just the greatest story. It's so funny.
Well, I feel like it's such a you tell us the greatest story.
It's a teaser.
That's a teaser for another time.
So we have to pull this guy on the show.
I promise.
Is he in Utah?
Yes.
Could we? Okay.
He would so come do this.
Okay. Let's do it. All right.
I hope so. I didn't mean to speak for you, Curtis, if you're out there listening.
We're doing this again on Thursday this week. Let's see if we can get him.
Let's see if we can get it.
We are doing so many crazy things. Within the next 2 episodes, someone is getting tased on the show.
Are you plugging an episode in the episode we're filming right now?
Yeah, I am.
Who do you think you are? A network
Well, he didn't
TV
tell
show?
He didn't
Where's
tell the story.
running blurb of coming up?
He didn't
next
tell the
week?
story. I have to give the viewers something they want.
Don't worry.
I feel so.
You didn't get to hear the river rafting story,
unimportant.
so someone will get tased. Maybe it's me for not telling the story.
Perhaps.
Like, I don't know it's coming. It'll just sneak up on me someday at my house, right in front of my kids. Dad!
I'll just spit that everywhere.
Nice.
I'm so excited about it. But yeah, no, I gotta say something exciting because the river story. So Curtis is the funny guy.
Yes. He's just a delight to be around.
Okay. How long have you known him?
Since I was little, probably like 6 or 7.
This is like a childhood friend that was like, he has always been this person.
Yeah, but he's like 10 years older than me, so,
So
he's my brother's friend.
Okay.
So, but I've known him so long. He's kind of like my family. My whole family's kind of adopted him in a sense. We just all love Curtis.
So wait, are you the youngest in your family then?
Yeah, by a long ways.
You know, it's the youngest people in families are normally like, is that guy the youngest in his family?
I don't think he is actually.
Okay. I don't
You have
know.
a
It's,
theory?
it always,
The
I have a
youngest
theory.
ones?
The youngest person in a family is normally like always like pretty funny. Normally, I'm not gonna say they're the funniest, but I think being
Pretty
the
funny.
youngest makes them funny because they deal with everyone's like bullshit.
And I feel like, you've got all these older siblings, and you kind of, at least in my experience, you got to see people growing up a little more and hearing more grown-up jokes from a younger age,
Yeah.
I think. So, I don't know. I think for me at least, that's how it went.
No, I can agree with that. My youngest brother, he's heard so many terrible things that I didn't hear until I was like 18 or something like that. He's 9. And I'm like, oh.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
sorry, Caleb. What about you? Who's the funniest person you know?
2 things came to mind. Well, actually, technically 3. The first thing, again, we do know a lot of comedians, and I don't want to single anyone that we might know in our circles that we run with for fear of someone taking offense. You're all funny. You're all great.
Why are you being like this?
Because I've had experiences where I've said something and it's gotten back to me, and they're like, "Why don't you think I'm the funniest?" I'm like, "Screw you. We do comedy. We're all funny."
If you're a comic and you're coming back to Christian, like, why didn't you say my name? Like, suck it up.
Absolutely. Anyway, one of my...
So pissed you did that disclaimer. Keep going.
You never know, man. You never know.
We're about to judge people and cast them into movies later.
That's
like,
fine. And comedians' egos, some of them are very fragile, and so that's why I did
That's true.
that.
Oh, boy.
Oh! We almost got dog bombed.
All right.
Again.
Cool. All right, sorry. You were
You're
saying,
fine.
funniest
Okay.
person you know.
And then the other 2 things that came to mind. One of my best friends, Casey Dupree, shout out. He's just a funny dude. Yeah, super funny. And it's weird because there's always, I feel like, comedians' lives, there are people who aren't technically like trying to do comedy in any shape or form, but they're naturally funny. And the other thing that came to mind was like the funniest thing to this day that's ever happened to me. Are these dogs
These dogs.
to this show?
Funniest person I know is my dog, Walker. Hey, Walker, come here. Where are you? Walker. Don't knock my shit over. Walker, come here. Hey, over here. On this side. Hey, Walker, up here. Come here. Say hi to everyone.
Oh boy.
Say hi.
Oh boy.
No.
So, Walker, I was
Just
thinking
hello.
about
That's
getting...
Just say hi, that's all.
Okay, now get out. Get out. Go. Go. I'm so sick of you. Get out of here. You're awful children. I shouldn't... Okay. Just keep telling your story. They'll leave. They'll get tired.
It involves dogs, and they might not want to hear it. No, I'm just kidding.
You may want to leave
Disclaimer
the
for
room for
dogs.
this.
There was I may have told both of you this story once before, but I remember in high school I was in math class, and it was Pirate Day. Like that was our
Pirate Day.
like everyone had an excuse to dress like a pirate, like a costume day type thing.
Okay.
Steal money, stab people, all of that.
Yeah, walk the plank, swim.
Nice.
The balloons, the whole nine. And there's this girl, I can't remember her name, but I see her face, and she was just decked out, full on pirate garb, and was like nailing it. And she was walking into class, and the teacher, Mr. Frost, was like, "Okay, settle down, let's all take our seats. I know it's Pirate Day." And she just like would answer questions and like
The pirate voice?
the pirate voice, and then say "arr," and then like one of the times it wasn't as funny, and so she like "arr, damn it, why don't you laugh at my jokes?" And like I started dying, and Mr. Frost is like, "Okay, you can't swear, okay, you can't do that." And she's like, "Yes, I can, Mr. Frost. It's f***ing Pirate Day." And I'm like crying. I fall out my seat, crying, laughing, so much so that honestly, uncontrollable, that he sends me and this girl to the office for like being disruptive. I'm like, sorry, that was hilarious.
That was a funny joke.
That was amazing.
She really committed.
Yeah, she's nailing this Pirate Day thing. And I think we should award her. I don't know. What do pirates get? Ribbons? Do they get?
They get doubloons.
Treasures? Okay, we should award her all the treasure.
Like
ribbons.
a special eye patch.
Right, made out of gold. Because it was
It's a doubloon
amazing.
eye patch.
And basically, that's when I peaked, and it's been downhill.
Oh man,
That's good that you can pinpoint the exact moment that you peaked.
I mean, you say it's good, but it might not be. I also was going to say, I think people who are doing comedy and they're comedians, like, they find that there are so many people who are funny around them, and they don't know that they're funny.
yeah.
And they do things that are, like, genuinely hilarious, and they may not be trying to. And it also may be our ability to find the humor in certain situations and certain things. But, like, sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious what's happening right now. This cannot be happening. And they're just like, what? I'm just being normal. This is what I do.
Hey,
Right?
get out. There we go.
Nice.
The people that get me going are the ones that like have the goofy laughs. Like if someone's got a good like kind of contagious infectious laugh, it really doesn't matter what they say to me because if they laugh after it, I'm just going to start laughing.
Yeah. I used to,
Yeah, that's true.
and I feel like people like that generally are an easy laugh. Like you can get them to laugh pretty easily. So
Yeah.
I used to like when I was at BYU and doing Humor U, I would always invite friends that were like that. Like Dustin Reed has a really
Yeah,
good laugh,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I would plant him in the audience. Like,
Perfect.
I'm not kidding. I probably do. You know, the rule there is you're not supposed to ever repeat jokes unless it's like a best of show. But there was one I would do anytime he was there because I'd be like, "Oh, it's a good looking crowd tonight, especially you up there with the curly hair. What's your name?" And then you hear Dustin. And I would do that anytime he got there, and like everybody laugh at that, and then he has that really good laugh, and it just sets everybody off. And I'm like, this is all you need at a show. This one person to laugh like that, and everyone will go forever.
Dustin's hilarious, too. Absolutely.
I should have said Dustin. Dustin's.
We both should have, since we both know.
He's really
Sorry.
D4. You
Side
are a
note,
really funny guy.
We've known each other since first grade.
Oh, you two.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two of
okay.
us.
Thought you were talking about Dustin. I was like, oh, that's cool.
We've known each other a long time.
Yes, indeed. Bet you didn't know that, JR.
No.
You
Actually,
do
no,
now.
I did know. You told me
I
that a
told
while
you
ago.
before.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is like
Yeah.
a really old thing you're telling me right now.
Yeah, first grade. Really old, like a long time.
Yeah, long time.
Really old.
You were learning how to read.
Yeah, we're pushing like 25
I knew
years
how
now.
to read when I was in first grade. Who do you think I am?
You knew how to read in first grade, or you were
Absolutely.
learning how to
No,
read?
I knew how to read in first grade.
He was smart.
I was stupid. Because I was going to see a tutor during first grade to, hey,
Came out of nowhere.
stop
I
blowing
didn't
up my
feel
spot.
it. Hey,
Funny. I think the funniest person for me that's going to continue on is my youngest brother, Caleb.
nice.
So, like, growing up, like,
No.
his childhood, it's tragic. Like,
Oh gosh.
it's bad. Like, and like, it's such a down note. Like, my dad got cancer, he got sick, and he ended up passing away. My brother was like, no, because he did get baptized by him. So he was around like 9, 10 years old and everything like that. And my dad was sick for like almost his entire life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, it is rough. Like, and it sucks too because like I grew up with my dad when he was a certain way, and he grew up with my dad like not that way at all. But so he's growing up through like all this really crazy stuff, and so he ends up just being the most honest kid ever. It's not like honest like, oh, he's a very good boy and doing honest things. Like, no, he's just really brutally honest with everyone. So my brother was going on his mission. We went to the Deseret bookstore and we found like this missionary figure, and he's like, yeah, we'll send it to him on his mission because it was part of his thing. And then Caleb grabbed a bunch of toys. My mom took them, put them on the shelf, and he started bawling. Just like, I want this. Why can't I have it? He's like, you don't need it. And he's like, oh, like, he just keeps bawling. And you think he's throwing a tantrum. So we get in the car, and he puts us all in our place so bad. So we get everything, and we're in the car, and he's still bawling and screaming like, look, you didn't need those things. And like, does Devin need this stupid toy? And he held up the little Ammon action figure that we got Devin. And it was so funny. And he's screaming it through tears. He's like 6 or 7 when he's saying this. And that is like the thesis to my youngest brother. That's how he is with everything. He's just super honest and
Just
it hurts.
through tears.
I have
Super
through
honest.
tears.
Always.
my cousin, her son, is kind of like that. He's just always around adults, so he's kind of a grown-up kid, but he still says little kid things in just such a grown-up way. Like, he has some, like, digestive issues. So people will be like, hey, Mason, how's it going today? And be like, fine, my mom's pretty mad at me because I got skid marks again, but it's just like,
Oh, perfect.
he's so, just his
Perfect.
delivery is terrific because he's just so serious about it. Well, mom's mad at me again.
You know how it goes.
Got
Mom's
skid marks
mad
in my undies.
Yet
Little
again.
skitties.
It's like, why can't I learn to wipe my own butt? And I'm like, because it's hard. You try reaching under
You're
there.
like,
You
are
did
you-
it for me.
Seriously, I'm like, are you like 25? No? 6? That's it? Okay, sure. I'll believe you, I suppose. You are rather short.
Which is good, I think, because if a 25-year-old comes in and says, my mom's mad at me again for getting skid
Skid
marks on my undies, it's a whole other issue.
What is wrong with you? Move out of your mom's house.
I want to see a
change your
stand-up.
pants.
I want to see a stand-up attempt that. I want to see the 25-year-old, well, my mom's mad at me. She's got skid marks on my underwear. Just see what happens.
Well, we do have a show in a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll give that a try.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I'm so excited to see that material. So, speaking of material, how do you guys write your jokes? How do you write your stand-up jokes? Like, from the inspiration process. I know it can come from anywhere.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at a joke, is there a... Dudes, get out!
Hey, your security is pretty lax on set, bro.
Yeah. Hey, go. Go. You want to know something interesting about my dogs? So we have this baby gate right here. They're scared of it.
What?
I don't even have to lock it in place.
There's babies who aren't afraid of baby gates.
Look at that. Like, and
It's-
I've never done anything abusive. Like, I don't even have to put it up. Just like that.
Just lay it flat on the
Just
floor.
lay it flat on the ground.
Dude, this is a... Oh, maybe
Oh.
not.
Gaining some courage. No, backtrack.
I'm not ready for this yet. No, I'm not ready.
Not quite.
No. You're stuck. Okay. Anyways, writing stand-up jokes.
Yeah. So, I don't know. For me, like you said, inspiration comes and goes when it hits you. I don't know. Sometimes I'll either say it into my phone, type it into my phone, write it down if I can, or sometimes it like percolates for a few days until I...
Percolate.
Exactly. Yeah. Just the same meaning for sure. And until I'm like, oh, maybe there is something there if I keep thinking about this, and then I'll do what I got to do to make sure it doesn't go away.
For me, I feel like over the last few years, especially, most of my material is rants about stuff I'm pissed about. So generally, I've yelled it in my car a few times before I go, other people might laugh at this because it's funny. Like, I've made myself laugh getting mad at something. So I pull out my phone and I just talk and start saying it like if I was on stage. And then if it's like, oh, explore this portion a little more, go a little deeper on this, like figure out another place to go with this and, try to tie it into other jokes. But I feel like a lot of it for me is just stuff I say to myself a lot, like when I'm getting mad. Because I've realized that my favorite jokes and when I feel most comfortable is usually stuff that I'm complaining about. I used to write stuff that I think was a little more like happier or like hypothetical stuff, like, oh, what if this happened? But now I'm just like, do you know what is the worst thing in the world? Like freaking pumpkin pie. I hate pumpkin pie. I hate pumpkin pie. And everyone's like, you don't like pumpkin pie? I'm like, shut up. I don't know. You don't like, a lot of mine comes with food because I'm kind of picky, tomatoes and avocados. I'm like, you love guacamole, don't you? No. I know it's just avocados that you just went like that. That doesn't suddenly make it good.
Especially if they do it with their hands. I'm out.
Guacamole. Just squeeze out a little.
Hard pass. I do not.
What if I pop a hole in the top of the avocado and then I squeeze it out like ketchup, just like.
Oh my, gross.
That sounds like
just
the
a
worst.
nice nasty zit.
Or like, I got visions of like liquid, like poopery commercial of the Squatty Potty.
Oh yeah.
Potty. It's like,
no.
oh, avocado, no, it's green. Sometimes poo is green.
Oh man,
So gross.
you know what's weird about poop jokes? Everyone loves them, and they've done it for commercials and everything. Like it sells, and like you think it wouldn't be appealing.
You're like, this is low brow. This is potty humor. Guess what? Most people are low brow.
Yeah.
They are.
It's very true.
Speaking,
If you like that, I need to get you this book. It's called Everybody Poops. I feel like you would really enjoy it.
Now I've heard of that.
It's worth the read.
My daughter's potty training right now, so a lot of poop jokes going on in my house at the moment. I have to clap for it too. You pooped. She'll do that. She'll be like, "Daddy, clap for me," and I'm like, "Don't boss me."
I am the adult.
So I just got back from a place called Uranus, Missouri.
For reals, though.
You already know where this is
That's
going.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's literally called Uranus, Missouri. Yeah. Guess what their number one export is? It's a number 2. They sell fudge. They sell fudge in Uranus.
Oh, Uranus fudge packers?
Yep. You say that. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Oh my gosh.
This guy has a legitimate flourishing business
That is
where he
amazing.
sells fudge. And it's
I was
awesome.
just born in the wrong place.
It's this small podunk place, like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect it there. It's off Route 66, and every time you walk in the door, people are like, "Welcome to Uranus."
Can I take your order?
greeting. Yeah.
I'm surprised. I've been to Missouri a lot. I've like all over. I used to have a job where I traveled everywhere, and I've been to Missouri a lot. I've never even heard of Uranus.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
here's St. Louis, and you have to go south. I don't know what city you hit here, but then
Go ahead,
you
do
do
that more.
switch.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so right here.
Right,
So
right,
here's
right,
St. Louis,
Yep.
and here's this part. Uranus is right here.
Oh. Wow.
But you got to go south and then go this way
Yeah, you do.
to get there. Yep.
Some good instructions.
Yeah. Yeah. I lost my train of thought with that.
Uranus and fudge packing.
Yeah.
Legit.
They sell the fudge, they do everything, and they say all the puns that you can think of for it, and they lean hard into
I was
it.
about to say, I really like that they're leaning into it, though.
Yeah.
Because you could shy
Smart.
away from that. But I think it's funner to lean into it.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
He does it hard. That is their biggest selling point. He says
awesome.
people will get fired for not saying "Welcome to Uranus" and everything like that. When they say like, so they'll give you samples of the fudge too. They're like, all right, how do you want me to pack your fudge? How can I pack your fudge? Like that's what they do it and
Can I pack
put it in the
your
box
fudge?
and everything.
Gently.
Thanks for coming to Uranus, and they leave.
Oh, my gosh.
Come again to Uranus.
Did they
Are
ever
they
explain?
hiring? I would love to have this job.
They have an internship.
Did
For
they ever explain how naming the town Uranus came about?
No, so Uranus. I should have asked him that. There's a guy named Louis. He's the mayor of Uranus. It's not a legal city though.
It's like a township.
He looked at what it would take to do it, but I think it was
So
just
it's unincorporated, is that?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's this little strip area though, where he has all these businesses lined up, everything to do with Uranus, Escape Uranus, the Uranus Axe Hole, Chicken Bones Party Bar and Grill, the Moonicorn Creamery, Moonicorn. This guy's like Chamber Media did a commercial
He's
on him. It's
freaking
coming
killing
out.
it.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
no, he is killing it. He is killing it, and he's a funny character.
Oh, I want to go there now. I told myself there's no reason for me to ever go back to Missouri, but now I have found the greatest reason.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
You could easily spend a day there. Yeah, you could do it in a day, but it's a lot
Uranus
of fun.
in a day.
Uranus in a day. Do it.
Take your time.
Their food's
Make
good too. Their
sure
food's
you
it's
explore
great.
the entire.
Hey,
Your
if this
entire
is your
Uranus.
first trip to Uranus, take it easy.
Right? Explore in and around where you can, and don't rush it.
Yeah. He's a smart business guy too. Like you think like when you talk to him and you listen to him, you're like, this guy might be a little off his rocker, and then he keeps on talking and how smart he is and charming. You're like, oh no, this guy knows what he's doing. Yeah, poop jokes.
Yeah.
Skid
Everyone
marks.
does it.
All skid mark.
Skid marks. I was mad because I got skid marks in Uranus.
My mom would be mad too if I got skid marks in her anus.
Yeah.
Yike.
Your guys' approach to jokes is way better than mine. When I try to do jokes, I'm like, yeah, that could be funny. And then I improvise it on stage. I'm like, yeah, this is a good idea. And I'll just go into it. Like the gun thing. That did not work.
So open mics are for, JR.
Yeah. Just
Not
to
actual
improvise.
shows.
Yeah.
Although I've got to say, I feel like the better I know a joke, the more easily you can kind of riff something. And I
Yeah.
feel like some of my best jokes have been riffs.
Absolutely.
And then, you're just like, I hope I have that, I hope someone's recording so I can remember that.
GD genius.
To be fair. Never mind.
To be
I don't-
fair.
To be fair.
Uh,
No. Some of my bad nights of being funny are other people's best nights of being funny.
That's. I mean, when you go to an open mic night, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
As bad as I am, they're as good as still right here.
I've witnessed many
What'd you
horrible
witness?
open mics when I was at Humor U, because we'd have them every semester. We'd have an open mic. A kid, I won't say his name, but I'd had a class with him before, and he
J.R.
was
Timothy.
no.
Thank goodness.
They wouldn't let me in.
Good
BYU.
I'd had a class with him, so he was, I kind of knew his personality a bit. He just tried to riff it and read out of the newspaper to get jokes, and I was sitting here
On
going,
stage?
yes, I was sitting here going, what's happening? I don't. Either this is going to turn genius, or it's just going to be this bad all the way through. And it was painful to watch. I don't easily get embarrassed, and I actually get embarrassed for others more easily. And this was the most painful experience of that ever. I was just sitting in my seat going, because I would always keep time. They had a certain amount of time, and I was on the clock, and I was trying to speed it up. So it'd be he's got to run out of this time faster. It's so.
I gotta put him out of his misery. I gotta help this guy.
I gotta put everyone in the audience out of their misery. It was so bad.
We had one person at BYUI, really early years that I So there were two comedy troupes up there. Mm-hmm. In one of them that I was in, we were in the middle of a show, and I didn't know the talent level of everyone else. It was just kind of the first time I was doing it, someone was on stage in a scene. They did something that they thought was a joke. They went for the joke in the scene, and it fell super flat, and they walked right off the stage.
Oh.
They just left.
That was
And so
the
the
end.
scene was not finished yet, though. It was the middle of a scene. If you and I were doing something, and I'm like, yeah. And so I told her to go stick it in there. That's not what they said. It was something stupid. But they just say do blah blah blah, and they insert and they literally wait and pause for the joke, and it never came. And then the scene keeps on going, and they just you watch a piece of their soul die.
Slowly shuffle
And then
off stage.
They walk away. They just walk out of the scene. The scene's still going on, and they're trying to have a conversation with them. And they just leave. Leave the show. Leave the stage. Like, they're gone. And we're like, what?
It'd be like somebody just quitting in the middle of a game, miss a shot. Basketball's not for me.
No.
Game's not over. Doesn't matter. I'm out.
Real bad. Real bad. It's uncomfortable for
real bad.
everyone.
Oh, that's bad. I always had like a fail safe, just in case a joke didn't go well. You could always say something to just be like, and you're laughing again. Go back into the jokes,
Yeah.
Was it?
Mine was usually, a lot of the times I would just be like, really quietly, like, note to self, do not do that joke ever again. Just something little like that can even kind of
So to let the audience know, like, hey,
I get it.
I know I messed up.
It didn't go well.
I just say Uranus.
Uranus. That's going to be my new
Deep
one.
in the crack of America's heartland, the citizens of Uranus are bursting to give you their amazing fudge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's just,
What's out there?
I want to be there.
It is.
I want to be in it.
Hold on. Let me pull up the picture and show you real
I want to
quick.
be on it.
You want to be on it?
I want to be on it.
I want to be on it.
Let's see.
And know around it.
So I'll post the picture up so everyone can see there, but that's just like the neon sign.
That seems about right.
Yeah, that's the mayor of
Uranus.
Uranus in the American flag suit. His name's Louis, and he's awesome.
That's fun.
For this part, what we're going to do is we are going to write setups, and then we are going to go right into it and make up a joke. It is going to be completely improvised stand-up, which is always a scary thing with stand-up because you're supposed to write
That's my
everything.
strong suit is improv.
Improv, yeah? That's good. Here.
I should do improv classes from you guys so I can...
Yeah, why
actually
haven't
be
you
good at
done any of them?
I don't know. Fear of rejection. I'm just going to write actually the beginning of a joke that I've been writing. So
And see what we come up with?
yeah.
Rewrite.
You could have just scribbled it out.
Yeah, you could have.
You know what? We can all do things how we want to do them.
Sure.
Sure.
I like to intensely scribble.
He's mad at the paper.
You guys are freaks.
All right, we each have to get 3. Can't have any of your setups.
Okay.
Ah, no! That one's yours, Steve.
Oh, you're going to make me go down there and get it?
Yeah, go down by his anus.
Hey, man, don't fight.
Question mark, Uranus?
Bow. Fart?
Can't tell if it's a fart or if it's Blue's Clues. Oh, it's both.
I did a joke about Blue's Clues a long time ago. I should revive that
I remember.
joke.
I think I remember hearing that.
I'm not sure. It was about Blue's Clues being like well, it started off how all these cop shows have the word blue in them. Blue Bloods. And
Yeah.
yeah, and then so Blue's Clues would be a version of that, so it's like a hard detective show.
Yeah,
like, what you got
yeah.
there, girl? A bloody paw print? I forgot that until just now. I loved that joke. I should do it again.
All right, I gave him one of mine. Do you want? Who wants the 2 of mine? Okay. All right, here we go.
I need one more from me.
Oh, wait, I have 2 of them.
Someone has their own still.
I have 2 of Steve's. Is this one mine? No, I have one of yours, Christian.
How do I still have mine?
Here, take this one.
Okay.
All right. You son of a... okay, well, I read this one, so I better do it right now. You can't read them yet. You have
Oh,
to
I'm
read-
sorry. I was just making sure they weren't mine.
Yeah.
I only
Okay.
saw one word on that one. It was confirming that it was not mine.
Inspired from one of the earlier episodes. If I had a nickel every time I made mass shootings funny.
Dot.
If I had a nickel every time I made mass shootings funny, I would only have 1 nickel. Because there was only one time that I made mass shootings funny, and that was talking about how much of a train wreck it was, trying to make that joke work. I'd have 1 nickel, everyone. Mass shootings are funny. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need, 21 and a half years? I'm done. Stop it. Your turn.
I think women and turkeys are a lot alike. Like, they both make noises that I don't really understand. And a lot of people are after them, like me.
Oh, that's fair.
They both get stuffed?
They both get stuffed. And Thanksgiving is my favorite day to be with them.
Yes.
That's more of a fun fact.
So, when Thanksgiving rolls around, you're like,
I
yes,
love
turkey and women.
Turkey and ladies. Just my wife.
It's, we're learning so much today.
So much.
It's great. So when did bunnies become jackrabbits? That should just be it. Or was it reverse? When did jackrabbits become bunnies? I don't know if you can see, but on bunnies it's B-U and then Y apostrophe S. And then the last one is the bunnies plural, B-U-N-N-I-E-S. So technically, when did bunnies, so this bunny is a person named Bunny, or it just has possessive become jackrabbits? I don't know.
I think that's a sign of a serial killer.
So many things.
Well,
I would think the bunnies became jackrabbits when they didn't graduate high school and learn the difference between plurals and having possession apostrophe S.
now you get your horns. Eat your antlers.
Here's your sign.
That's the
It's
jack.
here's your horns. Lesson learned.
Yep. All right. Let's do this one. Why is it called the foul pole in baseball if it's in fair territory?
Always wanted to know. A sincere question.
Oh yeah, why is it called the foul pole in baseball if it's in fair territory? I mean, was it like early pioneer days when they invented the game and they just saw a bunch of birds on a pole and hey, that's a foul pole, and the ball conveniently flew by on the side
I think it's when the I think it's when the ball hits and that's when the most foul language comes out. Son of a bitch!
Why did we put these up here in the first place?
Yep.
How many times can you hit that in one game?
There we go. Ha! That one worked.
Do you ever think angels want to file a lawsuit against the motorcycle gang, Hell's Angels? I think they're really kind of ruining their brand. I can just imagine. So I'm sorry. You want to file a complaint against them for their name? Yes, we are angels, and they're saying that they're Hell's Angels, but angels cannot be in hell. It's just a name. There's a lot to a name.
You're not
I just don't why. And where is this court happening? Where's the lawsuit happening? Is there a place where you meet between heaven and hell? Whose court?
Well, it's on Judgment Day. God, they're filing it with God on the
with
same
God,
day.
so he's
The stenographer's just typing it's all the same to me.
whatever. I have a job.
Jesus is I didn't die for this. Can we move along?
Move it along.
I didn't die for this. We're Hell's Angels. You have to be in hell for that to happen. So turn around, and now problem solved.
Wait, is
Keep
it
going.
Hell apostrophe S or HELLS? Because apparently that means two different things.
It
Well,
absolutely
according
does.
to this, it is apostrophe
Okay.
S. So possessive being
Yes.
with hell. So they
Possessive in hell, possession.
Possessive.
Hell. So many
therefore
layers.
these angels belong to hell, meaning they must be in hell, making the whole thing a moot point. They weren't there. There is no lawsuit. Premise destroyed.
Yep.
Got him. All right. Why do they make you show your card when you walk into Costco? Because it's an effective business model? What the hell is this? No. That is a good question. Like, you have to have a membership, though, in order to shop at Costco. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have a Costco card. I haven't made it yet.
You do.
So,
When you've made it in life. Costco card.
yeah, get those dollar dogs, dollar slices, right?
Yeah.
Is that why people get Costco cards?
That's
For
why,
the cheap
that's
lunches?
why I personally have a Costco card.
So yeah, they make you do it because, I don't know, probably because they're insecure. And it's like, oh, will you please show us that you really do have a membership? We're really needy. We're really lonely.
It's because Costco was the
needs,
bully
like-
kid growing up, and they're like, they want to make sure everyone's their friend.
And they turned out to be like, and then they're geniuses.
So is
and
it
got
like-
it together and like put Sam's Club, the bully, in its place.
So is it like the high sign, Little Rascals? What's the high sign?
A little bit. Yeah, I'm on board.
The other
Well,
one.
I wrote that. The reason being, because like, you couldn't pay for stuff if you didn't have a card. So, what do they care?
Because to avoid lines.
To avoid
So like when you get there and they're like, I don't have my card on me, I can't find it. Oh. Guess I'll have to buy the stuff anyway. One time discount, right?
Oh,
No.
they jack that up if you don't have stuff.
Oh yeah. Security
It's
takes you out right quick.
It's $10,000.
Oh, yikes.
They just take one of their fresh pizzas and throw it in your face and like, get out of here.
I feel like
Worth
the
it.
membership thing was what they did for like in the beginning to get the initial capital to buy everything in bulk, and
No,
then they
you
just
gotta
stuck
buy
with
it.
it.
Keep up the ruse. Show me your card. Here's the thing. I found a loophole. I just go, oh, I'm meeting somebody. Fool Joyce again.
There you go.
Right on.
Oh, all right. You know who I'm getting pretty sick of? Asian people. Here's why. Getting right in there. Perfect. You know who I'm getting sick of? Asian people. Here's why. All right. China thinks they got the market cornered on the Asian thing. But you know who else is Asian? Indians. Russians. All right. They're Asian too, all right? How come we only think of China and Japan as Asian? Or Korea? Why are you shaking your head?
He's worried about the
So
subject
sorry.
I was making it up.
Anyone upset by this. And yes, Russians are Europeans.
What?
Are they half and half though? Because
They're not
Russia is
tech-
part of the EU.
But Russia is part of the Asian continent, which Asia comes from. Like the word Asian
half
comes
of it
from.
is, but half of it's also on the European continent.
Is it like half and half though? You're like, it's both things.
Yeah, it's
So
like
are they
milk.
Euro-Asian?
It's milk and cream.
Can we say Euro-Asian then?
I don't want to
Eurasian.
Eurasian.
I feel like it's uncomfortable for white people to determine what we should call a group of
I'm
people.
mostly just curious as to what. Like, tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh, so you wrote that, Steve?
No, actually, that's just a preview. I've got some beef going on right now, so
You
I
got
got some Mongolian beef going on with some Asians.
About
so.
some Kung Pao.
Look at this face, this concerned face.
I don't like any of this right now.
Christian is so uncomfortable.
Come at me, bro.
If you didn't like that joke, just write it in the comments, and I'll maybe read it. Actually, no, I probably will. We don't get that many comments right now. But watch, this will be the one that infuriates everyone.
Group of white people try to decide
You know what? We're sick of
what
Asian
we call
people.
Asians.
The whites have now decided.
I didn't say what we call Asians. I'm just saying Asian's a very broad term.
It is.
It expands to the Philippines and India, Pakistan, Nepal, Serbia, all those places.
Serbia?
Yeah, Serbia is like
Serbia
east
is
side, right?
Serbia is a European.
Serbia is like over in Europe.
Oh, Siberia.
This is why we shouldn't be doing this.
Hey,
Or we should at least have a map.
Serbia's on my
And
mind.
Siberia over here.
Mongolia.
Great.
How did the Kardashians make it? Serious inquiry, the E! Network. The E! Network put a borderline, I don't know. Famous. Thank you. But a borderline famous hot family, and now America is obsessed. There are hot families everywhere. This is good, because I've often wondered this
There are
myself.
so many hot families everywhere.
But are this many of them this stupid?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Do this many of them have a dad who's trans?
They were famous before that.
They were.
They were on like another level, and that even propelled them to a different level. Like they were, I don't know. I feel
How
like
much
it
of
started
a, how
when we
much
were
of
in high
a
school,
launching
that
pad
show.
is the sex tape?
I don't know.
I think that is the launching. I think that was
But-
the thing.
Wasn't the show?
Because
I
we
don't
never
know.
heard about Paris Hilton until she made a sex tape.
Was she on Simple Life?
Not
Isn't that
until
But
after the sex
Here's
tape.
the thing, though.
I don't know
What
my
came
sex
first?
tape chronology.
What came first? So maybe that's what we need to know. It's like who came first, the chicken tape or the who came first, the sex tape or the TV show?
Yeah, when did we know about Pamela Anderson? After the sex tape.
She was Baywatch before that.
Yeah, and then
She was Baywatch.
I think Paris Hilton was the show before the sex tape with like the other famous sibling of someone famous, or sibling, daughter Nicole
Richie.
So they had their show also on E.
A Simple Life?
Good job,
That
E.
thing?
Yeah.
Was that it?
Also E. I'm pretty sure
My mind tells me Fox for some reason.
that makes sense too.
Also garbage. But thank you for other good shows.
So yeah. So and was that the case with the Kardashians? Was it sex tape first? Was it TV show first, and then the sex tape followed, or was it vice versa? Was it at the same time? Like the show had been announced, and then they did this to drum up publicity with the sex tape and the show. This is the motion for sex tape.
Sex tape. Uranus.
So
That is
again,
next business.
there are plenty of hot, dumb families everywhere.
But
it's
they
America.
have so many. But
they gotta be rich,
They have
too.
so many connections. They're rich.
Okay.
Their father,
Okay.
helped defend OJ, and
Yeah.
then Bruce was an extremely popular
Athlete.
decathlete.
In the
I mean,
70s.
gold medalist. I mean, still.
No, he
Still.
was. He was.
Didn't even come out with a scandal afterwards.
But
it's not like blood doping.
There have
came
been
out, or,
so
like,
many
nothing?
attempts post the Kardashians, like making it as a TV show, that have tried to be like, hey, here's another rich, connected family. Let's see what happens. They're hot. And it hasn't taken off. I don't think there's another show that even comes close to what the Kardashians done as far as like a family that's wealthy, hot.
See, that's why they
rich,
test
blah, blah,
out My Super Sweet 16. That's actually audition for the next Kardashian
That's
family.
what it was.
Yeah, those are
Right.
all auditions.
That's fair.
MTV made, like, it's an audition for E. E really owns everything, and they're just, like, infiltrating everyone. Like, let's find that next family.
Yeah.
This should be a legit episode. The whole hour.
Talking
I
about
want
E.
people to. We gotta crack this code. How did I don't get it.
Well, hey, like I said before, though, I feel like they're just lowest common denominator, and I feel like we want to think that we're all smarter as a whole. We're not.
You think that's why people are watching it? Because they want to feel smarter?
No. Not because they want to feel smarter, just because people inherently love drama that is just useless, and they are so dumb and so useless. Just like I
People
said,
love drama.
we have somehow made. I think a lot of people honestly are like, "Oh my gosh, it's just like it's so terrible." Like everyone says, like it's they can't look away. It's like a train wreck. But I'm like, I think most of you secretly enjoy this though, because we can't all think that.
It's not even a secret anymore. There are people unabashedly.
Oh
who
no,
love
I'm saying
the
like at the
Kardashians,
beginning it
yeah.
was like that, but now it's like
I can't watch them.
No, it's terrible.
I don't like it.
I can't. One of my favorite jokes to do at Comedy Sports when it comes up is I ask the question, "Give me a celebrity I'd care about," from the audience, and they all shout out Trump, and I'm like, I said someone I care about, and they're like Kim Kardashian. I'm like, I said someone I care about, and I'm like, I'm like, Kim Kardashian is not a celebrity.
But she is a celebrity. That's the thing.
I know.
There's
I know.
that whole weird celebrity status of being famous for being famous.
It's so
It's
weird.
the weirdest thing.
It really is a weird thing. Maybe everyone just wanted to see how they were going to recover from... How do you recover from having a sex tape out?
You get a show that makes you billions of dollars.
Yes, but they want to know, well, I need to know about this person now.
Guys, that's the key. Well, let's make a sex tape and get a show that makes us billions of dollars. That's how we'll bounce back from it.
You know what? To be fair to Kim, though, if someone presented me with the idea, like, listen, JR, if you make a sex tape and leak it, we will make a show about you.
We'll pay
and
you
it
this
will
much up
make
front.
millions of dollars.
Then we're going to do a show.
See,
that follows you and your
I would
family.
literally be so unbelievably uncomfortable. I could never...
In the sex tape, it's okay. Just close your eyes and imagine it's someone else.
No, could never do it.
I would call Tav up and I'd be like, hey, Tav, listen, someone offered me a few $1 million to do a sex tape. How do you feel about this?
And she's like...
Go and do.
She's like...
Bring that money home.
She's like, well, who is the girl?
Hold on.
No, it's you.
Hold on. Hey, Tav. Tav, can you hear me? If I said someone offered me $3 million to make a leaked sex tape that stars me, not that anyone would. I am not an attractive male. What would be your reaction?
Oh.
Do you want to stay
I mean-
married?
Yeah, so that would... Okay. Do you want to stay
The
married?
exact opposite reaction of what he had anticipated. But what if he brings home a briefcase full of $3 million? Oh, she's thinking about it now.
I don't know.
The briefcase. The
It
briefcase
was a
changed
briefcase.
your mind.
So if it was a check, no way. But briefcase
Oh.
filled with cash.
Cash money.
Because then
cash.
you can throw it.
Absolutely.
You can bathe in it.
I mean, if it's cash, I mean, check, it might bounce.
Yeah,
Cash, it's already there. You got it.
yeah. No
I'm
one.
glad we spent a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't really come out with a joke on that.
Sorry.
I was also
was-
so curious.
We just riffed.
We have things to get to the bottom of. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, spinning in a circle goes from the most fun to instant nausea. But when did this happen, and why? So yeah, certain things aren't fun anymore when puberty hits, and certain things become really fun, I would imagine. In this case, childhood, wee! Puberty, no. Girls' childhood, no. Puberty, wee!
I would say a lot of things change at puberty. Most things kind of just go the other way now.
One of the things that didn't change at puberty for me, my height.
That's unfortunate.
Yep, my mom lied to me. She said, "Don't worry, you'll hit your growth spurt."
You know,
When you hit puberty?
Still waiting,
people
Mom.
said that to me a lot too. They're like, I don't know why. Because, I was getting ready to go on a mission, Oh, you'll grow on your mission. Why would I do that? Because you know one guy who that happened to? Oh, you'll grow on your mission. You couldn't possibly stay this small and undateable forever.
They,
Sure did.
Steve, they meant that you would grow spiritually.
Joke's on you. I came home early and didn't learn anything.
But at least, no, never mind. I don't want to insert that. Uranus.
Name of your sex tape. I don't want to insert that.
Oh, that's where it would happen to. It happened in Uranus, Missouri,
Oh my gosh.
in one of the escape rooms. All right. A few weeks ago, I asked people to comment a picture on a Facebook post that I did.
Yes.
And I said, post whatever picture, and I, based solely on that picture, on looks and whatever's in the image, I will cast you in a fake movie. And that's what I'm going to do right now, my comedian friends. We left off with Destiny last time. And now we are on another Destiny, but this one is spelled with an O instead of an I.
Destiny?
Destony.
Destony.
Okay.
Are you sure it's not Destony?
Deshonies.
It could be. Could be.
Destony.
I don't know how to spell bunnies, guys. My English is very poor. All right, so
This
this
was
one
the
is
photo?
a cat.
My English not
Hold
so
on.
much.
Wasn't the instructions to submit a photo of yourself? So we have to assume that this cat
There's a thumb.
knows how to post stuff on Facebook? This cat's a genius.
There's a thumb.
There is a thumb.
It wasn't post a picture of your thumb. It was post a picture of yourself.
Maybe that's their face.
I am believing that this
Real
cat
fun
is
face.
smart as hell and knows how to use Facebook.
It's not a real cat. It's an AI cat.
I'm thinking this is like a Garfield remake.
Garfield.
Like Garfield rebooted,
Okay.
but like Garfield is like orange, so they don't want it associated because it's like a
okay.
President Trump kind of thing.
That's normal.
So they're rebranding. Normal?
Steve,
little
that
pal.
is beyond my Garfield knowledge. I'm sorry. That exists in the Garfield universe.
On the cartoon show that I watched growing up, Normal.
Okay,
The
all right.
little gray cat, Normal.
Oh!
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I got is John and
it's,
Opie.
it's Normal's story.
Yeah.
Is that what you say? Normal?
Garfield too.
Perfect. Love it.
Normal sandwich.
Normal sandwich.
Normal Sandwich. And it's a Garfield movie. But
And how I learned how to post things on Facebook.
Yep. There we go. So there you go, Destiny. Normal. And you're the voice of Normal. All right. Now we have Dawn.
Bad Santa 4.
It's a purple Santa. It really does look like a bad Santa. Straight to DVD. Oh no, but not even like Bad
Poor
Santa
quality
franchise.
Santa.
It's like
A knockoff.
a
Oh
grouchy
my gosh.
Santa.
Oh, like
Redbox,
Yeah, I was about to say
absolutely.
straight to Redbox.
It's a straight to Redbox grouchy Santa, except a little more family oriented.
Oh man.
Kid shows up to teach him the joys of Christmas, but not without a little side ribbing and crude humor along the way.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Well,
Grandpa.
What were you, grouchy Santa?
I think we have to not say Santa though. We have to come up with like
Curmudgeon Claus.
yeah,
Jolly Grouch.
curmudgeon claws.
Curmudgeon Claus. Grouchy Claus.
That's funny. I wanted
yeah.
to say curmudgeon as well because I love that word.
Oh,
It's one of my favorite
fun word.
words.
I was thinking Curmudgeon Claus.
Curmudgeon claws,
Curmudgeon Claus.
but
Not,
two. It's the second
Curmudgeon
installment.
Claus 2.
They've already recast it.
Absolutely.
They casted Dawn as the Curmudgeon Claus. All right, Doug. This is a guy I went to college with, so I don't want to influence this one.
How to lose a job in 10 seconds.
Who knows?
Are you taking selfies at work? You're fired.
You taking some?
That's what it is. The boss over here is like, you're taking selfies at work, you're fired.
Oh, no.
I just got this job.
Wait a second. Oh, hold on.
Look, you can see. What can we see
What can we
What do we
see in his
see?
in his eyes here?
What's that reflection? See,
Fear.
there's his face. There's his phone.
I see fear when we're zoomed this
Fear.
close.
Are those fake glasses?
Or are they the blue light glasses? Like he's conscious of his eyes.
True. Maybe so.
okay.
I actually need some of those. I work at the computer all day.
Yeah. I don't know. You can see the computer monitor, but
Okay.
how to lose a job in 10 days?
In
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
It's
a short
That was
film.
the whole
It's a
movie.
short film.
It's a short film.
Oh,
Finally, my
No
first,
phones
my
on the
first job out of college.
My first adult job, he sits down and he's taking a selfie to like commemorate it.
no phones on this call floor. You're fired.
How to lose a job in 10
10
seconds. Starring Doug. I know this guy too.
I would watch.
I know this guy too, so I can't
love that
influence
Doug.
this. All right, Dustin.
I do want to see into the glasses again.
You want to see into the glasses?
Yeah.
Because he is look like he's looking into the.
He's in a parking lot. Into
He is
the
a part,
future.
there's a van over there.
I feel like those glasses make him look like a really sucky, like secret agent.
When we're,
Almost.
when we're this close, if we could take out the selfie, that we could see it, so
Yeah.
it's just black glasses that close, he would definitely be in the new Men in Black that's coming out. in the
Oh.
summer. I could see that.
A Men in Black. Okay.
But then you zoom out, and then he's got.
But then you see
But
everything
then you
else.
see the shirt, then you see the seatbelt.
I kind of like the idea of a bad secret agent.
Exactly. He's not in Men in Black. If he is, he's there bumbling.
He just
intern.
like follows Men in Black around, like waiting for them to come out of
Guys,
the
they
building.
exist. I swear.
This one guy who's caught onto their existence because in one of their little flashes he like dodged it and was like,
He had those glasses
"He has
on.
glasses
We got it.
So what do you call it?
Yes.
Boy in blue.
What's his name again?
His name's Dustin.
Dustin.
Dustin in Black.
I wish his name was Ben. I'd call him Ben in Black. Dang it. Why aren't you named
You
Ben?
can call it Ben in Black, and it stars Dustin.
Perfect. Yeah, that's his character's name.
Ben in
Love
Black.
Ben in Black.
Okay.
Love it.
Starring Dustin. He didn't get his brain modified. All right. This is Emily McD.
I just
What are you laughing so hard?
so many things went through my head.
Like what?
For movies. Number one, like you could go like artsy, but the first thing that came to my head was, when will it work for her? You know, like, when will it work for this mermaid who's just trying to find love in the big city?
Was there a Little Mermaid 2?
There was.
Okay.
I don't know how it went though.
What was that Disney Channel movie about
Splash?
No.
Oh,
That's what I
the
think of when I think of
Merman,
this.
the Disney Channel original movie. Like
Oh,
kid.
13th year.
The 13th year. Part 2.
Too. Also, she
The
just looks
14th year.
like, she honestly looks like she just needs help getting up. Help! I'm falling. I can't get up.
I'm
kinda does
waiting
look
for the
like- it looks
tide,
like-
but it's been a while.
She put on the suit right here,
Yeah.
and then fell down right here.
It's like, oh no, I was supposed to get into the water before I fell.
Okay. That's a pretty legit outfit, though.
Actually,
Absolutely.
maybe this is just
Absolutely.
Disney's live remake of The Little Mermaid.
Disney's
This is a
live
sneak
remake.
peek. Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, that does. This is the footage that they leak or something.
Can't you just find a normal guy in the ocean?
That kind of feels like an easy one. But yeah, the Little Mermaid remake live action that they are probably going to do
I
because
think they are making
all of their copyright stuff is going to be up in the next 10, 15 years. So they're
Conspiracy
going to
theory.
be remaking everything.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Now for real. That's what I think they're remaking, all the live action. Emily F.
Fantasia live action remake.
Actually, I think this is the Princess Bride 2, The Woman in Black.
Oh! The Dread Pirate
Yo.
Roberta.
The Dread Pirate
sure.
Roberta.
The Dread Pirate
Absolutely.
Roberta. Yeah.
But she's confused about why she's there? Or are we done?
No,
I meant like that's
Oh.
her face. Oh, did we already do it? I'm
we
sorry.
done?
I'm late.
Should my Max be down for this? Because now you know who I am.
The Dread Pirate Roberta. What's the story? Man in Black. So she's taking over all the pirate ships. Maybe she's looking for.
She's a sidekick because Westley has given up that life to be with Buttercup.
Oh,
But
s-
Inigo is not sure what to do with his life now, and he says, have you ever considered piracy? He's taken over, and she's like, listen, I don't know who you think you are. But the way the old Dread Pirate Roberts did things. So it's those two trying to get along.
You
I
hearing
got
this,
on the
Hollywood?
So she
You're
already
welcome.
took
Paying
over.
attention?
Yeah, she already took over the ship, and then he
like-
shows up, and now they're trying to work it out.
Yes. She's like, excuse me, I was second in command.
Dread Pirate Roberta. Erica. Black and white, artsy.
I feel like Beyonce should be in this movie.
Yeah.
Feels dramatic.
Feels like it rained.
Something in Seattle.
She looks cold. Something in Seattle.
The jacket's throwing me off. Like, zooming on her face.
Okay. Come on. Work with me. There we go.
Okay, so that tells a story. She looks like you said, she's cold. Is her hair wet, or is that just a style? It looks like she's going through things, but when you zoom out, I'm like, oh, so you're just hiking.
Maybe it's a survivor movie. Like she gets lost and she's got to survive with nothing but a jacket and trek miles.
When you win a contest to go on Bear Grylls TV show, what happens when the crew and Bear Grylls die? You have to survive on your own.
There we go.
This is what happens.
Drama or comedy? Maybe both? A dramedy.
Probably,
as they say.
well, because she's going to probably have to resort to cannibalism to stay alive. Taught by Bear Grylls himself before they die.
Bear Grylls.
He's like still alive and like, you're gonna have to do
You're
it.
going to have to take my legs. Just make sure I'm dead first. That's where the most nutrients are. Make sure you get my calves.
That's
I
where
work
you
out a lot.
find the most muscle tissue.
Watch out for the aluminium. I had some left in my leg from a surgery.
Be careful. Also, 73% of people void their bowels when they die, so
Watch out.
watch out for that. And then regrow it and use it to plant seeds because it'll make good soil.
That's from The Martian.
Excellent.
Oh,
for
that's what it
compost.
is.
Thanks, Matt Damon, for showing us to shit on our yards. So what do you call it? Grilling bear grills.
Uh,
I think we should just call it limeade.
limeade.
Just a complete misdirection. It's like The Shape of Water.
Oh.
You're like, The Shape of Water had nothing to do
So it's a survival
with
movie.
the movie.
Maybe like sunflower seeds. Limeade.
What word does bear say the most? I feel like he uses the word nutritious a lot.
Nutritious.
Nutritious.
Aluminium.
Nutritious.
Vitamins.
Vitamin S. Survival.
Maybe.
No, I didn't like it.
Vitamin B.
I like that one. Vitamin B.
And then just in parentheses, really small. It's
Bear.
Vitamin bear.
Yeah. Vitamin B. Bear. Starring Erica Farrell. I think this guy looks like Nick Kroll a little bit.
I can see that. I'm seeing a little Stephen Tobolowsky
See that? Like,
as well.
Right there.
This is the guy who tries to rob from Bad Santa 4.
Is it a spin-off or is he part of that movie too?
He looks like a grouchy neighbor. Like that's what I think of. Just like a really
That's a great title.
Grouchy neighbor.
grouchy neighbor. And like we have to learn why he's grouchy. Like what makes this guy so grouchy?
It's fine if kids go on his lawn because then he gets to use like the water hose and just like he just squirts them and he's like, yeah, go ahead if you want to, and he just gives them the hardest time.
A kid loses his frisbee on the yard and he's like,
Get it?
Can I get my frisbee?
I dare you.
Yeah. And the kid's like, and he keeps on like spraying the kid. He's like, just like right in the face.
Yeah, you want your frisbee? Get it. Get it.
And he's like watering the frisbee right there. It's just soaked.
The kids just cry. Why are you doing this?
Kid leans his bike on the fence and the bike like falls into his yard. And he's like, oh, is that your bike? And he just sprays it till it rusts.
Just holds it down.
Till it rusts.
Like it's like the middle of the day, and then it pans them. It's night, and he's still
just spraying it. Grouchy neighbor. Yep, that's it. It's about this guy who's just an a-hole to all the kids in the neighborhood. And
But what's his arc? Like, what happens? Does he have to not be a grouchy neighbor? Or is it like kids' revenge on their grouchy neighbor?
maybe...
Which one?
Ooh. So if it's starring him, maybe it's got to be something like he's... I don't know. He's going to get kicked out of the neighborhood unless he can get everyone to sign a petition
HOA.
that says that he's a nice person.
Yeah, and he has to turn his life around, good deeds,
Yeah.
and prove that he's not an a-hole.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause-
he's blind. He used to play professional baseball with Babe Ruth.
No.
And people are like, how does he do this
We're
if
done.
he's blind? He's still squirting.
This movie's been made.
Oh, sorry.
We are veering
Sorry.
off course
Sorry.
here.
So Grouchy Neighbor, he's got to get a petition to stay in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Because he's got nowhere else to go, but he's been a jerk his whole life, so now he has to do all these deeds.
Yep.
What do we call... Oh, yeah, Grouchy Neighbor,
Grouchy Neighbor.
starring Farrell. This is Gabe.
It's not a selfie, Gabe. Next photo. Next photo.
No.
You said selfies.
This is... I said any picture. I did say selfie, but like,
Then-
this works.
I retract, but still, next photo.
I
What
feel
is
like
guy?
this has got to be some sort of like life as an extra, but you think you're the next like hot thing.
I love that. The extra life. Or life is so extra.
So extra.
I also want to see, like, what would happen if Joseph didn't have an amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? Is this his life?
It's just a regular coat of one color. Color.
And his
Single
brothers
color.
didn't sell him in anything.
And oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the lady's name.
The narrator?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Bathsheba? Wait, no.
That's David.
Oh, Potiphar's wife.
Potiphar's wife.
She doesn't have a
Potiphar's
name. It's Potiphar's
Oh, it is
wife.
just Potiphar's wife. Okay. She walks by and is just like, nope, not interested.
Pass.
I like the idea of being in it.
This is our new guy here. This is our new guy. Get rid of him.
Not a fan.
I like the idea of like an extra.
That's your coat?
Always just trying to make it. Just like he's an
This is
extra
gonna
on
be the
everything.
one. This
He's
is
been in
gonna be
over
the
1,000 movies.
He's got his elbow in almost every single shot ever.
Love it.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. Life is extra.
one. Yeah.
This is so extra.
I like So Extra.
So Extra, starring Gabe, who is actually in LA right now, trying to make it right now. I want to say he got a role. I saw that he got something. I don't know what it was though.
So maybe that's more like biographical.
Yeah.
Gabe.
You will.
Good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro.
You're welcome.
All right, this is George. Right off the bat, I think I see Zach Galifianakis from Dinner for Schmucks when he's doing the mind control.
Because you said George, I also thought George of the Jungle assimilated to society 20 years later, and like Leslie Mann's character has left him, so he's just living in this single room apartment, and like
With DVDs.
I
it
forgot
just
that was Leslie Mann.
it hasn't worked out trying to assimilate to the real world.
Are these? Yeah, those are DVDs. All right, what's he got on the ground over here? This looks like some action figures.
That looks like one of the like LDS action figures, like
Yeah?
Banner of Liberty. Is that what his
Oh,
title?
yeah.
Liberty, almost.
You're right. It
No.
kind of does.
Nyeh.
Hey, stop your whining.
Nyeh. Got him.
Good job.
Got him. Nailed it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe so. He's this guy. So everything else looks pretty bare over here.
Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe his story came out and he's come to celebrity, and that's like an action figure of him.
He's like, I
And
just
he's
want
like,
peace and
just
quiet.
holds on to like when life was good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Those were the good old days, and everybody loved me.
What if his toys keep coming to life, and he keeps on trying to box them and put him away? But he's like,
Back in your box.
We have like 3 movies going on into one, and I love it. It's like George of the Concrete Jungle in Indian in the Cupboard.
They're like, what is this movie? This is so many different plots. I don't. It's actually a multi-film sequel where they all meet. You didn't know those were all in the same universe. It's like when Split came out and you were like, oh no way!
What? No.
it's a 6-hour
George
movie,
of the
though.
Jungle and Indian in the Cupboard are in the same universe.
my
Oh my gosh!
It's a
Toys.
6-hour movie though, and you don't tell the audience. You just sit there and they keep watching over and over, and all these different plot lines erupt, and you're like, this is really long. I really have to pee.
2.5 hours. I'm out of here.
At some point, Little Bear shows up, and you're like, oh! It's all coming together.
So what do we call it? What do we call this? This
Cluster.
trifecta.
So George, a man unhinged.
George Unhinged.
George
You could just call it
Unhinged.
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 Yeah, because then you don't know that it's a sequel to anything, and then you find out it's a sequel to 3
And then when they get
things.
out of there after 6 hours, they're like, you know what? To be fair, the movie's called Unhinged, and I feel unhinged after watching it.
Accurate. It's accurate.
So what's all right? So you got to what are all the?
We don't have
movies?
to
The
recap.
toys?
We got it. It's Unhinged.
All right, George is called Unhinged, and it's a 6-hour movie. If you that's your movie.
Oh, saw it.
Another George.
Saw, bro.
He's wearing breaking arms.
I already hate this so much.
All right, let's see. Breaking Bad. What if he's like?
it's about a T-shirt business that he starts.
He starts
He
like
has all
rotting
parody.
t-shirts.
He has all parody T-shirts.
And they all, they parody famous shows, and they're all tied into like mixed martial arts.
They're all tied to mixed
martial arts, ironic t-shirt business.
So he's got to make all these shirts, and he's trying to get it to work, but he's like on his last dime to make it work, and this is the one.
This is the one. It's shot in 2008. The peak of Breaking Bad. It takes place in 2008, and that's the one that just like flies off the shelves. And then there's that legal battle because it looks like Breaking Bad's logo. And there's that whole fight of like, oh, were they allowed to keep the money? Will they allow him to keep doing this? Does he find himself? And like, I don't need to parody
the legal
shows
battle
anymore.
He leaves his family over the legal battle because they just are like, give up, quit. And he's like, no, I'm right.
Yeah, so much. So much heart in this film we didn't expect.
Push to his limits.
Push to his limits to make this successful business.
T-shirts or bust. And that's
one of his shirts. That's the shirt he wears to court. T-shirts.
T-shirts or bust.
He delivers his like moving speech, and he's in a suit and tie and everything.
The judge
like, you gotta let me do
Give
this.
Give it up. It's just T-shirts. No, it's not just T-shirts.
Yeah. He doesn't need the parodies anymore because that's the one that sparks his own creativity for him to like. I can do this.
He opens it. It's like, it's beautiful.
Yep, there it is.
The judge is like, I'd like one in an XL.
Shirt or should it be called T-shirts or bust?
T-shirts or bust.
T-shirts or bust, starring George. Jerry.
Are you sure it's not Gary?
Gary
it's not
Gergich.
Chaplin?
It says Jerry.
This is called Chaplin, starring Robert Downey Jr. Already made this film.
Yep. Moving on.
What if it's a wax museum sculpture of Chaplin that comes to life?
And he actually... Oh, it's a part 2 of Wax Museum. Charlie Chaplin. They would never suspect him, and he kills people. They're like, not the tramp. He's so lovable.
He does it in adorable silent film ways.
You'd never hear him coming.
He's so good at it.
So quiet. So a murderous wax sculpture that comes to life. And the only way it can be killed is by an oven.
I would say with sound.
Yeah.
You have to yell at it?
With sound, because, he was a silent movie star. So
listening to the Foo Fighters will kill him.
What do you have against the Foo Fighters?
Nothing.
JR?
Just the first band that came to mind.
Okay, good. We almost had a whole different discussion.
yeah, man. All they're doing is fighting Foo.
Someone had to be
someone
those
has to
warriors
fight Foo
against the
for us.
Foo.
I love the Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters are great. That's it.
Okay. All right.
That's it. Dave Grohl's awesome.
Okay, so what do we call that?
Let's see. Okay, we got to make this the last one. This is the last one. Hannah.
Oh, Hannah. What a treat.
She was just on the other episode. All right.
I'm a little confused at what's going on there in real life.
All right. So don't try to examine it. What's the first thing you think of?
When an Oompa Loompa goes out into the real world. I thought that because you're wearing orange.
Just my
That's
shirt is
the
orange.
reason. Exactly. But when you pull the pants up, though, and you bend down in the way, then you feel like, oh, Oompa Loompa.
Doobity-doo. So maybe this is the Oompa Loompas where they live. This is their females. This is because they're all men.
Slightly more attractive. And
yeah, like the women Oompa Loompas are actually like attractive normal
They're kicking
people.
ass in real life.
Yeah.
And they're just they have to get called back to the factory to save the Oompa Loompas from like harsh work conditions.
The women do?
Yeah. Like they
I got the title
dudes.
then.
Okay.
Because they don't think the dudes are attractive, so we'll call it I don't like the look of that.
I don't like the look of that. And the women Oompa Loompas are coming to save their husbands from the harsh
No, they're not
conditions.
husbands because
Just
they're
the
clearly like they don't need those. Like they're doing better than the Oompa Loompas in the factory.
Okay.
But
because
it's a
they're
rescue
both
mission.
Oompa Loompas and they're like, come on, remember your roots, do us a solid. Like, all right, you know what, Oompa Loompa pride.
So it's
Okay,
like
and
Aaron
go back.
Brockovich kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like the look of that. Starring Hannah Norton. All right.
Love it.
Great. Thanks for watching Comedy Sandbox. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and do all those fun things. Christian, you want to plug yourself?
I want to apologize again profusely for trying to determine Asian people and where they're from, and a bunch of white guys trying to determine it.
No.
I make no apologies for what I said.
Oh, see, this is bad. Oh, boy.
Nothing I said was inappropriate.
It was.
You can call me out if I wasn't funny, but that's where it's gonna end.
That sounds horrible. You can call me out if I wasn't funny, but I know I'm not racist.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I'm just-
I made no
I'm just
claims
kidding.
of not being racist.
But now you're not making any claims.
It's just taking a turn. Anyway, please.
See what happens when you try to do this, Christian.
Yeah, when you try
Everyone
to do
just
the
gets
right
confused.
please come to Comedy Sports in Provo. We're there every weekend. There are shows on Thursdays as well. You can see him doing stand-up, him doing stand-up, see us on stage. We do so many fun things. Also, the Twitters, guys. We got to save Twitter. I don't know if you know this, but we can do it. So let's all...
Is Twitter gonna die?
Let's all
Twitter's still going?
Hear me out. Let's all donate to Christian Lennox's Venmo account to save Twitter, and we can use those proceeds to save Twitter.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
You're welcome.
How do we Venmo? You plug this, but you know what? Send the Venmo to @Tav.
No. That's why I said send the Venmo to Christian Leddick. That was the joke.
Was it?
I hate it already.
There you go.
Really, to be fair, I said I peaked when I was in high school, so...
Yeah, so...
What were you expecting?
What were you expecting? That's good. All right, Steve, what about you? Anything you want to plug?
I'm where he said I would be, so...
I plugged for everyone.
I only go places he lets me go.
Listen.
Can I go to the Wise Guys open mic? No, that's not for you.
Oh,
Dang it.
we gotta... So, stay tuned. We'll get his friend on so that we can hear the rap story.
I will make him come here. And I will make the Curtis Marshall come here and tell the river rafting story, and I'll be sitting off camera just to hear it again because it's that good.
Yeah,
It's
he'll make an appearance on the show. Probably the one where we tase everyone. That episode's gonna be so fun.
Who you tasing? Give us a teaser of the tase. Who you tasing?
We're gonna...
A teaser taser.
Can I say this
A
one?
teaser
Is this gonna
taser.
come out? Yeah, because we'll have already teased him by the time this episode comes out. Chayton Whiskey. We're gonna tase Chayton Whiskey.
You're going to tase a man who is 6'10".
Yep.
Big tree fall hard.
Man down! Man down!
Tree down. All right. So yeah, that's everything. ComedySportsUtah.com. You can see the tickets there and shows and funny people. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to all your friends.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you know, Community is on Hulu.
Good, Christian.
You said plugs, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Community's a great show.
Nailed it.
All right. I'm J.R. Timothy.
Christian Leddick.
Stephen J. Rowe.
Thanks again for watching. Bye.
Bye.